Blonde, 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 dead. To keep us out of each other's faces, keep Libby away at least 5 paces. Any ground I found with you would indeed be common. Hey everyone, I've got another Sabrina review today, and this is episode 14 of the second season, 5 Easy Pieces of Libby. I put on Facebook last night that I was watching this. Quite a few people responded saying, I really like that episode. I definitely think this is one of the more in-depth episodes of season 2. Yes, we are still only halfway through season 2. We'll get to season 3 eventually, I promise. But this one I love. But can I just say first of all, Zelda's green shirt in this episode is one of my favourites. The only other one that she has that is better is Christmas Amnesia. She's got like a green silk shirt in Christmas Amnesia, but the one she wears in this is fantastic. Just thought I'd point that out because whenever she wears this, I love it. Yeah. But in this one, Sabrina and Libby both wanted to work on the float together. So Mrs. Quick is like, okay, you're going to work together. It'll be good for you. But it becomes annoying. So Sabrina puts a distance spell on herself and Libby, so they have to keep their distance. The Quizmaster steps in and says, Sabrina, you can't distance yourself from your problems, which is something Zelda and Hilda echo later on. So the Quizmaster reverses this spell, which means that Libby and Sabrina have to stay within 5 paces of each other, or something terrible will happen. And as we know, Sabrina breaks part and Libby pops herself into a puzzle, which is for ages 3 and up. That's one of the funniest lines in this. And the whole episode is Sabrina trying to find out more about Libby, and every time she learns something new about Libby, she finds a piece of the puzzle. In this episode, definitely makes you think more about Libby as a different character from the episodes thereon. However, you have to really remember it. Like, we learn in this episode, this isn't a spoiler, I'm assuming you've all watched it. We learn in this episode that Libby loves her, did she call it her nana or her grandma? Anyway, she really loves her nana, which is something we don't expect from her to have compassion for anybody else, really. We learn that she's bad at maths, and she actually cares that she is bad at maths. We learn that she gets her attitude from her mother. And every time we learn one of those things, Sabrina finds another piece of the puzzle, and the Quizmaster keeps holding up an hourglass, which is great. A lot of the humour, I think, in Alimi Ballard's episodes come from him and his character. Don't get me wrong, the rest of the cast are hilarious and their comic timing is fantastic, but Alimi Ballard is sensational. I just love him as the Quizmaster. I could not see anybody else playing that role, I'll be honest with you. Yeah. So we do learn a lot about Libby, but it's not enough to change our opinions entirely. We don't spend the rest of the episodes thinking, actually, she's quite a sweet person, we should look past her bitchiness, because that I don't think was the intention of the episode, and that's not that's happened. So we're fine, It just gives us a slight nugget of information to let us know that, yes, Libby is still a human being. Hard to believe at times, but she still is, she still has a little bit of love for some people in there. And there's slight touches on her appreciation and love for the elderly in other episodes as well. But it is a fantastic episode. There's not a great deal of magic in it. The only spells we really have, in fact, there's not even that much magic from the aunties, because their main role in this is creating the formula that turns everything sparkling clean. So that's not really a use of magic, more just a combination of chemicals thanks to Zelda. So there's not even magic used from the aunts in this, really. But we do have magic from Sabrina with her wand spell, and then the Quizmaster's backfiring spell. A couple of little finger pointing, the Quizmaster tidying up a room, making a book appear, things like that. Nothing major as far as magic goes, which normally makes me think not a good episode, because I like the magic. But this is fantastic. I do love it a lot. Yes, is it my favourite episode? No. I love what it brings us as far as Libby the character is concerned. Obviously the acting is brilliant. You've got Mary Gross in this one as Mrs. Quick, and Jenna Lee Green as Libby. Nate Richert is in this as well. Yeah, I absolutely love it. Let me know your thoughts on this episode. As I said, not necessarily my favourite from the series, but it brings a lot of positive elements to it, and there's nothing negative about it. It's just not Pancake Madness. I will always compare most episodes to Pancake Madness or Christmas Amnesia or other good episodes I can't think off the top of my head. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!